Greeting, dear HMC friends, and it's lovely to be able to share with you again today. So we have completed the first week of Lent. It's a week ago since we had that mark of the black ash on our foreheads. And I take you back to the prophecy that was written by Joel. Joel chapter 2. And today I want to highlight verse 12. Yet even now, declares the Lord, return to me with all your heart, with fasting, with weeping, and with mourning. And we thank God for that word as it comes to us today. Well, if you had made a decision to give something up for Lent, it's probably beginning to bite. If it's coffee, you're probably having a caffeine withdrawal. If it's chocolate, well, that'll just be the end of the world. And Lent is not always easy. I was reading a lovely article where people were sharing some of their experiences of Lent. A little different. And there's two of their stories that I would like to share with you today. The first is from Roberta. One of my best Lenten practices was begun when my children were in elementary school and I was a working parent. It seemed, though, we were struggling to find time to eat dinner as a family, and this was greatly disturbing me. I decided that if we were unable to hold dinner hour due to the work schedules and after-school activities, I would instead hold the breakfast hour sacred. I made sure to get up each morning during Lent just a little earlier, so that I could not only just provide breakfast for my family, but actually sit together, pray our meal prayer, and begin each day on a happy note. It began in Lent, and it actually didn't end until my children went off to college many years later. I learned that Lenten habits could carry far off into the future with my family. The impact was dramatic in that each day was started with prayer and positive attitudes. Breakfast became and remains one of our favorite rituals of the day. And I love Roberta's story, though I have to confess I'm not a morning person, so probably the dinner would have been better for me. But Mark wrote this: I always have nice things I'd like to do, but never seem to make time to get it. That time to write to a friend, or visit a lonely person, or call someone who is far away. So at the beginning of Lent, I write down 40 plus tasks, one per little slip of paper, and I put them in a jar. Then each morning of Lent, I pull one out and do the task written there. It teaches me that I like to surprise and the variety in my Lenten practices. For me, this is a simple way to concentrate on the disciplines of giving to others and doing good for those around me. And so maybe for Lent, it may not be giving up that cup of coffee or the chocolate, but it's finding a way that we can creatively again concentrate on those priorities that remind us that we are just dust, going back to dust. And so may your Lent be a fruitful and wonderful time. God bless and take care.